We're starting off high.
We can get
I think
two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
there was you had accountability. Now what I can
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
no, not even.
Where give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live on Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
Trust a human to raise back wolves?
before I would trust a pack of humans to raise a wolf.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Sleepy Jordan Jennings.
That's me.
What's going on, Sleepy? I think that's the new moniker. I think that's just going to stick.
Nothing at all.
Oh, man. Oh, I would ask you how your week was, but I saw you and I heard it on Wednesday, so...
Mm-hmm.
For those not in the know, my dumb ass said, hey, Cliff, why don't you come watch a practice? Actually, Cliff asked to come watch a practice because he wanted to see how we were teaching tackling, how we were doing that. And as part of me being the dumb ass, I said, hey, Cliff, you want to tackle me or what?
Every chance I get.
Trying to show these kids that, you know, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. And the shit didn't hurt the next day. It hurt 2 days later, though.
You know, it was good. I did bang my knee up on the ground a little bit.
That ground is hard, right?
It is. It was a little sore the day of, but I was good after.
But, you know, I thought it was good for the kids to see, and honestly, I had fun with it. So I did tell the other coach, he was talking about trying to figure out ways to fire up these kids for a 9 a.m. game, and I said, look, we could go the Bills Mafia route. Which one of you motherfuckers is going through a table? Because I already took my hits this week.
What game y'all got coming up?
We've got Worthington at home on Sunday.
Okay, I might have to make it out to that one.
Another 9 o'clock game. Hopefully, you know. Honestly, if we could put two halves together, we'd be fine. We'd be a good team.
Y'all just have aggression issues.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, this is, for the uninitiated, this is, you know, a neighborhood where it's pretty well-to-do and kids are pretty well off and don't have any hardships. And,
yeah,
you know.
I like all the kids, but I'm not going to lie, you got a few victims on your team.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's a few victims, few kids that really don't have any business being out there other than encouragement from family members.
Yep. There's definitely a couple of those.
You can tell they don't want to be out there. They're just doing it. But see, that's the thing. For you to even endure,
right,
let you know that you have something in there.
Don't you want to give it instead of take it at some point?
The hammer or the nail. You know what I'm saying?
That is our number one line at practice. You want to be the hammer, be the nail.
Y'all have a lot of nails.
We got a lot of nails on us.
You do. You do. I'm not
like, run me over, and I'll try to catch you.
Right. Right.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Hopefully that comes out with age, with time.
Yeah, I think it will. Well, and
that's why.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's why anybody that's always asked, like, would I ever coach? Fuck no.
That's funny
Because
because I had that thought about you, dude.
it's not, I mean, I could, I'm sure I could, but it's not my style, just for the simple fact that
You
I
would have to
know.
be in the right place.
Right. And it
Like,
would have to be closer to like eighth grade, like the step before high school, where I know these kids are serious about wanting to at least.
I agree. I
Because
think
I don't want any kids on the field that don't want to be there.
honestly, what I would love to see is see you coach at a Mifflin, a East, a Eastmore.
I've
Honestly,
it's come up, but
like I am sure there are staffs out there that need people, and honestly, I mean, it depends on what you want from it. Like, obviously, you ain't gonna make money doing it, but you might be able to work yourself out. You know, a $4,000 stipend contract, whatever. But that's not why you coach.
right.
You coach because you want to see these kids succeed, and you think you have something you can offer them.
Nah.
He said, "No."
Nah, nah, I don't, you know. I'm a firm believer of skills can be taught, but it's in you.
Attitude and effort.
Yeah, it's
If you
either
don't
in
have
you or it's
attitude and
not.
effort, then you don't like that should be within your control.
Right. And I'm not, like that's why I wouldn't be the best manager, because if you don't want to work, just leave. Just
Right.
get out.
Why the fuck are we here?
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
mean, trust me, I dropped that line a couple of times at my previous coaching gig. Like, I don't know why I'm here because y'all didn't come to work today. And honestly, I could be home with my family right now.
you know?
So
Yeah, no.
I get it. Well, sir, you got any inadvertence to get us going?
Mm. Did I even have anything that came across my mind this week? I mean, I feel like my mind was working.
Oh, it was because there was a mighty popular group text thread going all fucking week,
Oh, right.
of which we were both participants unwillingly at times.
Yeah, my mind was working. I just don't know that it was working in my favor this week.
So I had a couple of things this week, and not necessarily inadverts, but more things that sparked some interest. So I'm due to renew my project management certification. And one
Okay.
of one of the requirements of that is like you have to take it's like 60 credit hours worth of coursework and shit. And trust me, it is a piece of paper. It doesn't mean much, but if you're in the market and you're a project manager, people expect you to have it. It's one of those kind of things. And right now my company's willing to pay for it, so why wouldn't I renew it, right? I ended up taking a bunch of generative AI courses this week. And the stuff that you can do is pretty incredible. Like, seriously, I could if if my company allowed it, which I don't they do, but not to the level that I would need it. I could literally get rid of 10 hours worth of work a week. Easy. Easy, and just shop it to AI. And that doesn't mean that you can trust everything AI outputs, but it gives you enough that like you read through it, make a couple of tweaks, and it's good to go. And I'm talking like meeting minutes. Like it's able to look at a conversation and say, here was the main topic, here were the action items, here are the due dates, here are the risks, here are the issues. And it's pretty cool stuff, man. And I saw a couple of other ones that made me a little bit more apprehensive about like what's out online. So they put together a what was it? A skills list for like a project team by scraping LinkedIn data. And they didn't even have to get people's permission to put the data in there. And this is
I'm
something that LinkedIn just kind of offers out. Like That's wild to me.
I don't even understand what you're saying. I feel like you're speaking a different language.
It's
What's
corporate shit. I'm
Yeah, like
sorry.
what's Caucasian for like like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like you're speaking something I don't
Well,
understand.
how about this? There is tied into something we all deal with, robocalls.
Okay.
One of the plugins on that's LinkedIn is a sales lead generator. And so you can scrape LinkedIn for people that match a certain like job title, have it generate and send an email to those people without you being involved at all.
Oh, okay.
Like there is so much out there that it does make you like start to think, all right, well, let's say I wanted to let's say I was creative and was able to produce something. I'm not like you, but let's take your t-shirt business that you had for a minute there. You could generate leads for t-shirts based on, I don't know, some criteria that you could scrape off of social media and shoot people a note that says, hey, come here for your first 5% off your first t-shirt, and then, upsell them from there. Like,
Right.
and I think in my head I knew like that you could do that. How easy AI makes that though is the reason why we get 13,000 fucking robocalls a day.
Yeah, I just don't trust it.
I mean, I hear you. I hear you, but like looking at it, it is interesting to me. And one of the things was like, and it was, for example, like when we were asking AI questions, right, where we did the interview with ChatGPT. One of the things it works, or one of the courses was specifically about. It was called prompt engineering, and it was how do you structure a question to AI to get it to give you the results that you're expecting. And so just like little things in terms of how you talk to AI. And like when we were talking to Chat GPT, one of the first things that they recommend you do is talk to or tell it what it's supposed to behave as. And so if we were to go back and interview Chat GPT again, like I would have that in my mind in terms of how we frame the question.
Right.
Like as a representative of AI culture, Chat GPT, please answer the following questions.
I don't know. I just feel like how long before everybody forgets the telephone numbers?
I mean, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as soon as the smartphone came out, nobody knew nobody's number anymore. And how long before people forget
Forget
the
how to do
telephone
those types of
numbers? Like
things.
you won't like you if you don't have to do anything for yourself. What like eventually you're gonna train your brain to eliminate that information. Everything that AI can do for you, your brain will subconsciously
Forget how to do.
rule
Well,
out. It's not important information. We can
what
get that done.
what's interesting about that is so I talked about at the beginning of this, like I could take 10 hours of my workday away, right?
Right.
I've been fighting for 6 months to get an entry level position opened on my team. 6 months and they won't fucking give it to me. I may not need that entry level position if I have access to these types of AI things. And that sucks for people that are coming in entry level because those jobs now are going to go to AI. Those tasks are now going to go to AI. And how the fuck do you get experience if you can't get an entry level job because entry level jobs are now being driven by AI?
I mean, but who really gives a fuck if AI is gonna take them all anyway?
Well, and that I mean, I guess that comes down to if you truly believe that, I hear you. But if you think that it's taking, again, low paying jobs, same as automation did, then all you're doing is creating a bigger disparity between the bottom and the top.
Well, no, it's taking all jobs. The top never did anything anyway.
I
All
hear
the
you.
top did was funnel the revenue into the hands of their shareholders. They're not
Yeah.
doing anything for the company, so that job's not needed anyway. Because I'm sure they could find better ways for AI to do that, who doesn't have any
I think where you struggle with that at this point is it still can't handle big complexity. Like it can handle simple tasks, but getting into things that require what I'd call like hands-on experience but you're right, in
That's commercially
strategic
though.
thinking, and yeah, it
That's
is.
commercially. They never release what they deal with to us. Chat GPT, whatever the fuck the other ones are that are out are the
Claude.
right. They're nothing compared. They're the children. They're the embryos compared to what the government's dealing with.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
So we know the flaws that we see in that would not necessarily be shown in the things they would roll out because they're not going to roll out the chat GPTs to take the jobs.
Well, and we talked about it last week. The governments are already using it to manipulate financial markets, to use in warfare and track
Uh-huh.
people, and the surveillance state that we all live in now, whether we realize it or not. Like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so
And
I mean,
honestly, what's even scarier about that is that AI that's dealing with the surveillance state and dealing with our military. It makes mistakes, but its mistakes cost lives immediately.
right. And I wouldn't be surprised if chat GPT in itself wasn't a psyop.
Yeah.
If it wasn't a way to ease the minds of the citizens that we're so far away from them being able to take our job. Meanwhile, they're behind the doors like we got a 2 month rollout.
Right. Right. That's fair.
We're sitting there like, how can AI take our jobs? It's so stupid. Look at it. And they got something behind the scenes. It's like, yeah, watch.
Well, and to your point, AI by nature is a learning model. So the more people who are using it, the more data it's getting, the more feedback that it gets to its responses, the better it becomes.
Right. And that's the dumb version.
And that's why we got to continuously fuck with it and say, what are you talking about? No,
We're
that
dealing
wasn't correct.
we're dealing with the
Purple, Rhino,
idiocracy.
Hippo, 7.
What's that do? Does that throw it off of its
Because it's based on basically next word generation is what it's trying to
Oh, is that right?
do.
Yeah, whole I just got flooded with a whole bunch of thoughts. None that really make enough sense to you know.
Because why would we put content on the air?
You know, none that really that make enough sense for me to blurt out, but
Nothing. Nothing. Well, I did see somebody join the chat, and if Brooklyn, New York wants to hop on and join the conversation, feel free. Um, because we can get into this post-feminism conversation.
not without the expert, G. You know, I don't know
All
shit.
right, well, Gordon, if you're out there and you wanna have this conversation live instead of via text.
Listen, I don't know shit. I just see the way shit works.
No, I'm with you, and that was my whole point in that conversation. So to get actually, nah, fuck it. So Gordon, who's been on the show before, has, I would say periodically, but it feels continuous lately, has been sharing a lot of, I'll call it pro men content or anti-feminist content lately. And I kind of flipped out on him. And I basically
He's
said, dude, like, and like, what the fuck do you mean, dude? Like, why do you send this shit? He's like, well, because it's a problem. I'm like, not for me. I'm fucking, I'm aware of this. You either opt out of playing the game when it comes to women, marriage, whatever you want to talk about, or you protect yourself. And that was my point to him. And man, did he let me have
but you don't even
it.
have to opt out. Like you don't even have to opt out. Like there are women out here that will accept you for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
A
Like
fucking men.
regardless, they will accept you for you. They don't care if you don't never want to get married. They just want some semblance of companionship.
Right. Well, and what's interesting is I talked last week or 2 weeks ago about dealing with my porch roof, which is costing me a lot of money.
Your what?
And
Oh, Port Truth.
somebody at work was like, "Well, you need to stop seeing all those women." I said, "Why? They don't cost me anything." And she looked at me deadpan and said, "Well, then they're not high value women." I'm like, "I don't think you understand how value works, hon. If
If
they
you
are
cost me something, you're not valuable.
if they are giving me something and not requiring anything, their ROI is a lot more than the woman that is asking me to pay her bills, asking her to live with me, asking me to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So fuck right off with that. I don't think you understand the concept of value, let alone return on investment."
I mean, but that was the whole design of the government to turn everything upside down.
into a transaction into
Nothing means anything anymore. And you know what's ironic? And this is directly, and I hate, listen, I'm so sick of fucking directions. Do you hear what I'm saying? I'm so sick of directions. I fuck a left, fuck a right, fuck a red, fuck a blue. I'm sick of colors. I'm sick of all of it, right? But what I will say this, and hopefully this is the last time I have to address either side, at least for a couple weeks. But you blue motherfuckers, y'all did this. I want you to know that. Y'all did
Oh,
this with calling everybody Nazis and extreming and blowing everything
well,
out of
it's
proportion.
the whole woke and cancel culture.
Wait, to now it's the point where you might quite literally be dealing with Nazis, yet you've cried wolf so much nobody gives a fuck.
Right.
Nobody cares because everybody was a Nazi a few years ago that didn't even fit the description. So now that you actually have them in the fucking hen house, nobody is alerted to anything because you fucking overblew it.
Right. Well, and unfortunately, to Gordon's point, the whole believe all women during the Me Too movement and everything became pretty fucking clear pretty quickly that there were, and I'm not saying just as many, but there were plenty of examples where that shit wasn't real. And
People viewed it as an
people were trying to
opportunity.
get a payday.
Right.
Absolutely. And anybody that's been married and divorced, any man that's been married and divorced can know that it doesn't matter what you have to say in court. It really doesn't. Unless one of you is a threat or imminent danger, they will side with the women. Period.
I
They
mean,
will.
what would you expect?
Right. Uh-oh. Speaking of women.
What would you expect?
Well, hello there.
What's happening?
How you
Hey, you
doing?
know, I'm
Where
doing.
Brooklyn at?
Joining for a good old dose of bullshit. I think whatever was streaming, like I missed some things, but
uh the,
yeah,
the
I'm eager to hear about this one.
I mean, I don't know how much of the conversation you've heard so far, but I stand by every single word of it.
Yeah, no, I just, it makes it the way, and that's the issue, right? And I say this all the time. If we are all supposed to be our own unique individual beings, then why do we feel comfort in conforming to the societal standard? Marriage, first of all, is not for everyone.
Mhm.
So anybody that's telling you grow up and find a wife and get, that might not be your path, especially nowadays in 2025, because marriage is starting to become more of a privileged thing than it would be a everybody's welcome thing. You
Mm.
have to be of some sort of status to even thinking about getting married.
Well, and the point that I made, and this was another part of, trying to combat what I felt were just anti views versus any kind of solution, anything. Like, I agreed with him on the point that men need to protect themselves if they're going to get into a marriage, period. And I
Right, knowing
admitted
the game you
and,
play, yeah.
And I admitted weakness in not wanting to get a prenup with my ex-wife because I was afraid she was going to leave me if I fought for that. And I also had less confidence in myself that my value was going to skyrocket. And had I had that confidence and had I been a little bit stronger in that time, I would have. And I had people, and one or two of them in the chat, that are also encouraged me to get a prenup, and I didn't listen to her. Like, and I should have. So, like, I do agree that, you know, the court systems largely favor women in those instances, but it's also, I think to an extent, it was necessary because you had men that weren't in the home and weren't expected to be caregivers and weren't being caregivers. And so I think you needed that to balance the scales a little bit. Do I think we've swung the pendulum too far? Especially now in a time when men are expected to be caregivers just as much as women are? Yeah, I do. And I
I don't
think
even
it's
think
time for
it's
the laws to right size themselves in regards to that.
I don't even think it's so much about caregiving as it is financial stability. Like back in those days
But
when
the
those laws
argument,
were made, you were expected to be a homemaker. That was your only position.
true. And now the expectation is you need two incomes
You
in
have to
order
have
to
a
survive.
job. So if
Right.
you have to have a job, I don't need to pay for you anymore. When
Well,
you didn't have to have a job, it made sense that I would have to give something up to make sure you at least stayed on your feet until you found your next move. But
I,
now
I hear
in
what you're saying.
today's world, there's no point in that, right? You you're the largest degree holders. You have opportunities that even men aren't getting in certain areas of,
And
the
certain
workforce.
economics, especially. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's no longer needed.
I mean, I think from a fierce boss bitch perspective, I agree. Marriage is a business. My home internet connection is awful. Am I coming through clear?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. I think I always thought of marriage as a business, right? There's like you, me, kind of God and whatever. And then there's the like expensive shit that comes with weddings and whatnot that is just like not for me. But as somebody who has made more money than most of the men that she's dated, it's like I would need a prenup to protect myself from the spousal support that I'd have to pay your ass if it went south.
Totally get it.
Because the reality is like, oh, I have 3 degrees to your zero. I make more money than you make. You expect me to make the money, clean the house, cook the food, and do all that shit? Like,
Well, and that's
sometimes I wish I could just be, and I don't mean just be as a bad thing, but like how, you guys knew my 16-year-old self, how I would have loved to be a wife and a mom. And that is so far from the life that I live or will ever live.
yeah, and I think that all of those are choices along the way. I think that where I felt disruption in my marriage was I was the one doing all the shit in my mind. Now, people can argue whether that's true or not, but I felt like I was the one keeping the home in terms of cleaning, cooking, laundry, on top of child rearing, on top of being the one that paid
Where
the
do I
bills.
find a husband like that? Like,
Uh,
sign me up. Is there
you
like an
you
app
gotta
for that or
you gotta
something?
get them when they're young.
AI?
Got to get them when they're young because guess what? Some woman has burned them at this point, and they've opted out of that game.
Yeah. It's time to be a cougar. That's what I'm hearing.
There you go. And if that works for you, that works for you. The problem is, and I hate to say this, Ashley, women from a what men are looking for perspective depreciate with age.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
do. And so I don't know what to tell you. Like
I better get some cats.
I mean,
Cats.
yeah, the money always changes that though. That's where them old hoes be having them young bucks, and you like, how she got that dude? And then you see her pocketbook is a little
well,
plumper than the.
exactly. And I mean, at that point, like if you're okay with being a sugar mama that has a stay-at-home boyfriend who's just going to the gym and basically doing what women were doing in the 50s, cool.
That's what it is.
That's what you got to do.
That's the solution right there. It just came to me. That's the solution, and men
Beat
aren't
him
gonna
into submission with my Chanel bag. That's how I got him. I just bashed him with Chanel, and that was it. And then I was like, "Here, babe, this one's for you." That's what you're telling me?
I don't know. I mean, if you can keep them concussed long enough.
Keep them drugged up.
You know what I'm saying? You might be able to ride that out for a little bit.
Maybe some ecstasy-laced baby oil. I don't know.
You stupid. A little pink cocaine, something like that.
You know? From experience.
Listen.
Negative.
Listen.
but to be fair, like my whole point in this argument that, went over the course of 3 days, because honestly, I'm just tired of seeing the red pill content from him, was I'm not going to argue with you on some of these points. Yes, there are bad women out there that are manipulating the system and treating men like trash. Guess what? For 100 years, there were plenty of men doing that to women. Now that I agree to some extent, and I'm not saying it's completely level, I know there's still a wage gap. I know there's still X, Y, and Z. All I know is my personal lived experience.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 of the CEOs for the 3 companies I've worked for in my professional career have been women. So, like, I have worked at companies that are female-led, female-owned, female-operated. That being said, do I think the playing field has leveled a bit since the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s? Yes. Do I think that the laws need to kind of swing back to the middle now? Yes.
But am I
gonna sit here and bitch about the fact that there are women out there taking advantage of the system? And yes, not everything that came along with feminism was the right thing. No, because it doesn't fucking bother me.
But because
it's no different than every other ism that we've dealt with in this fucking century.
This is something that white people do, though. White people like to use statistics to prove why they deserve more. But the actuality is the ones who are arguing the statistics are at the top of the women earning margin.
Right.
The ones you don't give a fuck about are the ones that are leveling out saying you don't make more than men. But the ones who are arguing are above. You're up there.
Thanks.
You don't care about the ones that are making the stats beneficial for you. Those bitches can keep getting minimum wage for all you care. That's the thing right there. You gotta point out. Whenever a motherfucker starts talking statistics, I start saying,
you can use statistics. You can manipulate them to say whatever you want, though. Like that's why they're like motherfucking statistics. Like you can just twist them around to support whatever bullshit you want to say. In my opinion.
No, completely agree.
But to answer Gordon's question, and he won't like the answer to it, the only solution is to allow this to go on further to a point, like Ashley says, to where women start needing prenups and premarital agreements. And then they'll say, oh, now I understand why you brought that up to me. And then the playing field levels out completely.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends so much on your experience and who you have around you, whether or not it's like something that enters your orbit, right? So like, would young me have thought about that? Oh, hell no. It was about love and butterflies and, all of the shit that like, yeah, that's nice. But then there's the reality of life, right? Part of the whole like, well, you should eventually get married is like, I don't care, babe, if we're almost half dead, but I want some of that like Social Security. You know what I mean? Or like, my Social Security payment is going to be good. Somebody should cash in on that at some point in time when I'm about to kick the bucket,
For how long? You know what I'm saying? For how long? Unless you play sugar mama and the little fucking 22-year-old kid gets the Social Security.
Yeah, that sounds painful.
It's not worth it all. None of it is worth. We are living in an era where we have a government that is greedy and corrupt, So I would think it would be intelligent to avoid including them in any of your private business at all costs, every turn of the corner. So one place where I would imagine that to be the most true would be a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would I include any third party in my romantic relationship? One.
Well, any
and
third
two,
party, really? Any third party, you'd count them out?
well, that doesn't have, it depends. I mean, is it a romantic relationship or is it just, a fling sort of thing?
Well, and again, it all comes back to what are the boundaries, expectations, and how is it communicated?
Right. And let's be honest, even fling sort of things can be dangerous.
Well,
Yeah.
and that's if you're going to engage in that, protect yourself.
Any third party
He said.
doesn't make sense. Any third party doesn't make sense. No, I'm not even saying that to say, like, like, get down with your polygamy self, right? But I don't consider those separate parties.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
Yeah.
consider each individual a separate party. It's still a come together situation.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's best, yeah.
You haven't included a third party until you've included somebody that no one's fucking. Right. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody get something from them? No. Then why the fuck is Jerry why is he on our paperwork?
Is that Jake from State Farm? Wait.
I don't fucking get it.
What are you wearing?
Want to bitch about the way shit, you stupid shit's going. I mean, it's common sense to me.
Well, and that was my biggest point. Stop fucking whining about it. Opt out or protect yourself. And you can protect yourself by how you vet, to be frank. By saying, I mean, even if you're on dating apps, that's one of the first things I put out there. Does it mean less matches? Probably. But guess what? The ones I do match with, probably going to be okay with whatever that arrangement is.
Or won't bring it up until they've weakened you to a point of acceptance.
Right. And but again, that comes back to my weakness was not maintaining that boundary and not believing in myself.
Right.
If you have the confidence to maintain those boundaries and those expectations, then you also have the confidence to kick them to the curb if they're not willing to respect it.
I mean, but the irony is for a lot of those quote unquote red pill guys, boxing just knocking down their door.
Right.
So a lot of times you have to give in to shit you would normally give into just to keep a peace.
But then again, that's you having lack of confidence in yourself. Either that,
I agree.
And it's the same thing that I said in the thread. If you're not willing to give a woman the things that she is looking for, find one that's in your price range. Find one you can afford. And I'm not talking necessarily money. That could be time. That can be children. That can be whatever it is.
Yeah.
But if you want the hottest whatever in the room, and those are her standards, either she's going to end up alone or she's going to find those things.
Right.
Or you can try to fake it.
Cave. She's going to cave and crumble to you. But then will she still be the person that you fell for? Probably not.
Probably not.
Right? She'll be a shell of who she was.
I don't know though, but for men it's interesting, right? Because she could be better.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, men will fall in love with the idea of someone over that person themselves, right? So if they were to have them at the point of when they first started crushing or fell in love, chances are that would be a very high maintenance situation. But once you get to the point of caving and realizing I might have to settle for, the B team, not the A team, at that point, you may be more of a well-rounded woman that I'd be more inclined to deal with than you were back when you were still top of your game.
Well, and honestly, it's the quote unquote nice guys finish last thing, right? Is that women who go after what they view as high value men a lot of the time get mistreated. and then they
Right.
come back
Mhm.
to the ones that maybe didn't fit all of their ideals back then, but after that experience, they see it otherwise.
Right.
I
And then
think
you
what's attractive at 20 or 25 isn't what's attractive at
no, that's
this
definitely
stage in life, right? Because, some of the things that mattered more don't really matter. And like, oh, okay, like attraction. And I have a friend, she would always be like, yeah, but attraction can grow. And I was like, but can it? Or like, she's like, yeah, but the sex can get better. And I'm like, but like, from how bad to better are we talking? And I just never kind of bought it.
she sounds
And
hopeful.
and then
Eternal optimists.
Yeah, I feel like that's
but like her husband is the first day I met him, I was like, don't fuck it up. Like I just knew it was such a good guy and like gives you a hug and genuinely means it. And I'm always like, oh, they call their daughter calls me Tia, like auntie. And I'm always like, I wish I could give you like a male bestie who is half as great as you are, but like, it's just me. So I'll be the third wheel here
see,
all the
look at you.
time.
You're the fucking government. They like she turned to her dude like, did anybody fuck Ashley? Nobody did. Ashley, what
No,
are you doing? Ashley, what are you doing here? The fucking government. Goodness gracious, full circle.
crazy.
Nah,
Speaking of
but
crazy, do I look like a raccoon? Can you
I
see
was
this?
definitely about to ask you where you came back from. Yeah, you have a sunglass line.
Wow, no,
It looks like you had a scarf on.
without the no, that's a crazy tan line. No, it was like 80 degrees here in New York, and I was like, fuck it, I'm going to the beach. So I went to the beach and like, I put on some SPF 30 bronzing and I was there all day. I am burnt
Yeah, you are burnt to a crisp.
Right.
to a crisp. But tomorrow, wow, yeah. But tomorrow I'll be tan.
All
I'm
right.
gonna
Well, I'm happy for you.
I'm gonna
It's
smack
my
your back.
first it's my first sunburn of the season, and clearly it'll be my last because it's about to be October.
Well, what you gonna have to
Thanks.
do when you tan, you gonna have to blend in your sunglass line.
Listen, this is makeup free is the way to be.
I know
You're
that's
lucky
right.
I have clothes on. I had to put on these clothes to join the call when I was summoned earlier.
You
So
gonna
you're
have the
welcome.
reverse. You gonna have reverse raccoon eyes.
Yeah.
Instead of your shit being dark around your eyes, it's gonna be light, and the rest of you is gonna be golden, Kim Kardashian bronze.
Oh my God. Listen, it's a struggle out here. It's a struggle,
Listen,
clearly.
I wish I had beach problems. Shit.
Beach, please.
I wish I had some beach problems. Um,
I don't see the appeal.
I love the beach.
My happy place.
For the motherfucker that doesn't like open water.
I don't have to. I didn't say I love the ocean. I love the beach, motherfucker. I love the shit my feet is on.
Oh, I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Depends on
not.
where you are and how the sand is. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sand, but you know what I'm
I
saying.
I like actually went swimming today and I don't always get in, but the water was pretty warm. So I was like, let me be free. I can learn a lot from this beach.
What?
And what
About,
did you learn?
well, I've been working on like letting go, riding the waves, going with the flow, you know. Even broken shit can be beautiful because that's what sand is. Like all the shells are broken down. I don't like really coarse sand, but it's a great, like exfoliator, body scrub, just get in there.
Okay. All right. All right. What?
So many good things.
I have a hard time imagining beaches in New York.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Are they?
Okay, some of them are like like don't go to like trashy city beaches, but like no, there's a ton of beaches here. New York, New
Okay.
Jersey. So you can hike in the mountains tomorrow, beach today, mountains tomorrow. It's great. It's a
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I don't know. And I know it's wrong for me to think it. I just, for some reason, think like, it's New York, so broken glass and
Grimy
bullshit.
and
Yeah, you know what I'm
I
saying? Might find
I
some
have
needles
heard,
on the
yeah,
on the
like the
bank.
rats come swimming. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of some rough ones. Like I wouldn't swim in Coney Island, even though the boardwalk is cool and like, like the Wonder Wheel and stuff like you see on TV, but it's kind of creepy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. It's
Yeah,
like
no.
carny people and you know, it's an experience.
all right.
You should come. We should
If
go.
I ever find out somebody vacationed on purpose to a New York beach, I'm calling a government agency. I don't know which one yet.
Well, you know where to find me.
Right, yeah, right. They're gonna be like, "Who did anybody hit her yet?" Or
So what's Mom Donnie doing there? Anything big?
No te entiendo. No me hablas de eso porque no entiendo nada de eso.
Mm, don't do that. Don't do that.
Where my
And
Google
these,
Translate button?
Yeah, where are those? Any of you got those like fancy new
The
eye
earbuds that
earbud
TikTok
things?
sells all the
yeah,
time.
don't do that in these trying times. You
I
especially
mean, have
once
you?
that tan kicks in, you might be put on a list. You better shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Hey,
Yeah,
depending on what country they send me to.
could work out
Oh,
for
that's right.
you.
He said, "Dear Mr. Trump, thank you for the 1 week vacation."
Oh my God. Did you
In
guys
1 week,
see
I'll
that
be back.
they opened up Korea, like literally North Korea to tourists for the first time a couple of weeks
No,
ago?
I missed that.
And like totally off the cuff, it's been a couple of weeks now, and they brought a group of Russian tourists to this area. It was very curated. I didn't see much more on it, but I thought it was interesting that like, oh, the Russian tourists can go there.
I
Yeah.
mean, what made you think? I mean, I would imagine out of all the countries, they'd probably be getting the first invitation.
China, North Korea, Russia, right?
Right. You know?
China, not a place I would want to go back to.
I mean, it's one of those things that
Where?
China.
Oh.
I like, yeah, I like to eat a lot, and that wasn't really for me.
There wasn't a lot of food there. You don't like Chinese
Uh,
food?
I love like Vietnamese food. I love Thai food, but I don't know. I had some
What's
good
the
stuff.
difference?
Totally different. Totally different. I had good Peking duck, like that brought the duck out on a tray like it was a turkey and carved it at the table. That was pretty good. But other than that, I don't know. I ate grasshoppers and scorpions and things like at the market. It was like grilled on a skewer, probably with some MSG on top. And then I actually ate Mexican food there. I try to eat Mexican food most of the places I go.
Mexican Chinese?
Yeah,
Chinese
it's a
Was
Mexican.
it
thing.
how well did they do it? Chexican as we
I
call
mean
it?
it was everything was and then I got crazy sick, but it was probably like all the random shit I ate, like
The
bugs.
crickets are
And
right.
I kicked back a day early. I changed my ticket and was
Oh,
like, I'm out of here.
That's
And
how
I was
sick you were?
sweating bullets going through customs thinking they better not stop me to check if I'm sick because I'm fucking sick and I will blow this shit up. Not in that kind of way, but in the other kind of way, and just let me go. Let me go home.
How was the plane ride? I bet you were sitting on your hip.
I was praying.
You can't sit on your hip on the airplane. You know how it is when you got to shit and like you're driving and you sit like this, like you gotta like like you gotta sit on that side of your leg. I don't know what that does for your stomach, or maybe your ass is like, I'm free. At least I can let it go if I need to. I feel better. I don't know what that is, but that's the
Listen,
most comfortable place on your hip.
have either of you ever shit your pants?
Uh huh.
yeah.
See, do you know what I say all the time? You know who your real friends are.
Uh-huh.
They will admit that has happened to them as an adult because life ain't pretty sometimes.
Yeah, I've shit myself
Yeah,
pants a
shit
couple
happens.
times. It's usually when you got the flu, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Or you're
there's
sick or
usually
something.
an additional factor at play. I agree.
Right. Like you throw
Then
up
it's
and you be
both
like, oh
ends.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, let me sit in the toilet or
The
the
worst is when
bathtub
you're
while
not
I...
feeling well and it's a sneeze or a cough that comes out both ends, and it's just like, son of a bitch.
That's dangerous. That's
Especially when you're
dangerous.
driving, man.
That's dangerous because that can be CSI crime scene scenario. You know what I'm saying? If you shit on yourself at 150 miles per hour, you got a problem. You got more than just a cleanup job. You got a blowout that's gonna hurt for at least a day and a
I mean, we talked about that a couple of months ago, didn't we? That
half.
sneeze that makes you feel like you're gonna die.
Man. Oh my
Thinking you're gonna get
god.
a hernia from a sneeze, like
That's one of
damn.
the worst things. The infamous sneeze fart. That's one of the
Never
worst.
have I ever.
You've never sneezed and farted at the same time?
I can't say that I have. That sounds like
It hurts.
painful.
It
Yeah.
is. It's like somebody
It is.
lights a bottle rocket in your butt. you be like, a hole? Did I blow a hole in these pants?
Oh my God. Sounds a little bit like laser hair removal, not gonna lie.
And we wonder why.
I have so many questions.
These
but
high
I'm not
value
gonna
women
ask.
don't want us.
Yeah, if you have
Listen.
not lasered your butthole, then you guys need my
Oh,
latest.
that's bottle rocket. That's bottle rocket action too.
I mean,
But
it is. It's like somebody just lit my asshole on fire. You know what I mean? That's a hard pill to swallow, but you just squeeze a little stress ball and you grate your teeth until
how long does it last?
well, laser hair removal, once you do enough of it, you only need to retouch every year or so.
Okay.
But you got to go for enough treatments. And it's like, a little burn, burn, burn.
How long does the pain last? Isn't that kind of counterproductive?
No, I feel like that
it's
pain
way
is
better than
gone
waxing.
quickly,
Have you
yeah.
ever waxed your shit?
Why would I have waxed or laser hair removal?
Because you want to manscape for your lady.
I just need a pair of clippers, baby. I don't need any sort of.
You don't want to be.
These
Okay.
motherfuckers bringing out big equipment and shit. They need lasers and.
Or sugar waxed or whatever. No.
I hear
no.
good thing. Actually,
Wax.
it is true.
Or not wax. Don't wax. Also
No,
awful.
laser.
But if you laser,
I
it's a
personally,
little investment. It goes a long way.
I have found that I'm a big fan of laser treatment with the occasional sugaring. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes. Okay.
Not for me.
Oh.
For my partners.
If you like it that much, don't you think she will like it too?
Hey, I keep my shit clean too, so I just don't use lasers or wax.
These motherfuckers is over there Mauiing their genitalia. Maybe they do deserve a little bit in the
court. Can't say I never tried to help you out.
They about to motherfucking pubes gonna come out painted blue next time. They gonna be on the roof painting themselves blue.
Rather my pubes be blue than my balls, dude.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep. Us can agree on that.
The best part of that was Cliff's deadpan look for like 15 seconds.
Right I wish I had the damn soundboard.
Called Cassidy.
Damn it. Pubes balls. Listen.
Oh man. That was a lot.
Why don't pubes go bald?
They do go gray.
Right, but why don't they go bald? Like has there ever been somebody Ashley, have you ever dealt with an older gentleman who had like the U shape going on, but in their crotchular region? You know what I'm saying? They
That
just
would
have the
be
they
a
just have the
negative.
Mr. T. It's just
Never have
around the
I
back,
ever.
stripped down the top.
Oh God. Nope, I'm about
Why
to become a
though?
cougar because if I see that, I'm gonna drop dead on the spot.
Let me
Who has
find
made
out.
me a cougar tonight? 9/26/25. Boom.
Let me find out you can have a pubic Carl Winslow, Phil Banks. you got crotchular alopecia and shit. What the fuck? Why don't they fall out like hair? What's the purpose of that?
I mean, I feel like body hair doesn't either, though.
Hmm.
So what would be the
biology? Doesn't it just get thicker and coarser with time? I don't know.
Yes, they do.
I mean, but what would be the biological purpose
That's a good question. I don't know.
keeping pubes and getting rid of head hair? Because your head and your feet are the number one expellers of heat of the body, right? So you would think head hair would be more necessary than pubic.
Well, it depends.
I thought it was supposed to protect you in some ways, at least women.
Protect from what?
I don't know. I probably read that in a magazine many years ago, like, oh, you should have it because it's good for you to have it. And I was like, but I don't like it.
That's hippie propaganda.
No, hippie propaganda would be have all of your hair, you know.
That's what I mean. The protection is hippie propaganda. Keep your bush because it's to protect you from what? Hard impact? I don't know. What are we protected from?
I guess it could provide some. I don't know.
I don't get it. I don't know. But it just doesn't make sense to me.
But the flip side is nobody wants to floss when they're going down. So
you are right, because it definitely ruins the mood to be like.
It certainly does.
Laser.
You'd be like, I don't know, I'm ready to finish this.
No, thank you. Like, if I see hair, I just run the other way.
It depends, because I don't like if it's, kept, if it's groomed. You know what I'm saying?
Doing
like,
perm, doing it grease.
And it's like
no, it doesn't have to be parted,
like
gel,
hanging out the back of her shirt or the front of her shirt. Like,
wait, what about what?
So women, like, you wouldn't know, right? Until you were already there and ready to go, and better pubes than blue balls, right? I don't know.
But
men, when you see a man coming and it's like peeking out the top of his shirt,
hair
and back there, I'm like,
I mean, some women like that.
Some women like the chest hair. Some women do like the chest hair.
People like grizzly bears.
That's
true.
But
have you seen it where it's like a whole carpet on their back at the beach?
They all said they'd choose the bear, so.
I would choose a wife before I dared.
Them hoes ain't choosing no bear. They just talking shit. That's how you know they can't be trusted.
Because they've never seen a bear in their life.
They know they can't be trusted.
If you saw as many bears as you did men, you'd feel differently about bears. Facts.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. That's the truth, though.
What other myths can we dispel today?
I think we agree on that one.
All right, 100 men versus one gorilla. It's not even a question, dude. 100 men would take a gorilla. Now, 100 men versus 100 gorillas, I might feel differently.
Oh, I mean, what?
100, those gorillas would pound their asses. Flip hop.
Yeah, I mean, that wouldn't even be fair.
Also, it depends on the 100 men. Like, I don't know.
That's also fair.
I mean, it's always going to depend on the 100 men because, I mean, in order for you to win that, they have to be fearless.
Right. Somebody's got to get in there and put the motherfucker in the chokehold.
Yeah, you all have to be fearless in order to. But at the same time, I'm sure it's not as deep as people make it out to be. I'm almost positive if 20 men were charging a gorilla, the gorilla would be running away.
I hear you. I think the flip side is if, let's say, it was in a contained space, that gorilla is taking at least a few of them with it. Now, do
Oh
I
yeah,
think
for sure.
the people
But
come out on top? Yes. But is that gorilla getting its licks in? Absolutely.
it also depends on, like people have brought up, it also depends on time. How many people can you take out in 45, 30
Right.
seconds? Because
Right.
that's all you got left in your tank.
Right. Right.
So after that 45, 30 seconds, it wouldn't be too hard for 10 men to subdue a gorilla.
Right. As long as you still have half of what you started with.
Right. So as long as he doesn't take 90 of y'all out in 30 to 45 seconds, I'm gonna go with
I'm
the
sure
100
a few would play dead. A few would just like use others as human shields, you know?
You know, a few wouldn't even make it to. They wouldn't even
You would
feel
just
fur.
sit down and cry.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you know, they're not even touching fur on this motherfucker. They trying to. A few of them clawing at glass. You hear me?
All right. What other wild myths are there out there?
Oh, do you want to hear something I did recently?
Sure.
So, you know how they're like, if you need help with your plumbing, no, I mean, I'm talking about like the actual plumbing, that you need to call a plumber. That is not always true.
So what did you do, Ashley?
So I, because you know, like Brooklyn apartment, the laundromat is 2 blocks away. They've renovated. A large washing machine is $13 per wash. They've lost their minds.
What?
And like
they don't even use quarters anymore, huh?
No,
You
they're
gotta
just
tap
like
your phone.
Right.
show me the credit card, right? And so
That's
I said,
heavy.
you know what? I've been wanting like an apartment, like a little washing machine. They sell portable ones. They're like, you know, $300, $400. I'm like, I'm gonna get it.
For
So
300, 400, you get a full size one too.
yeah, but ain't nobody got space for that. This
hear
has
you.
to like sit in my hall closet. And then when I'm ready to, I like pick it up and shimmy it to the hallway and sit it where I can run the lines into the bathroom. I got that baby delivered. I got it up the stairs and then I was like, oh fuck, how do I attach? Because I already changed all the faucets myself to fancy ass faucets. You can't attach that thing to my nice faucets. So what did I need to do? I walked to the store. I got one of the, what do you call it? I'm gonna like a little T valve thingy.
Yeah, a little splitter.
And I put my own, and then I put an off valve, like a shut off valve, and then a thing. And I had to go back one more time to get a hose to garden hose connection or something. Yep. Listen, I give myself 4.5-star review on Yelp because I was excellent. I was fucking funny, determined, and I only had to go back to the hardware store one time for a piece.
That's not bad. That's not bad for any home repair.
It doesn't leak.
There you go. That's the most important part.
You know?
You know what? I'm
so, like,
the most
women
shocked.
can get shit done as long as you like. I don't know. This is where like AI. So I used ChatGPT, right? Between ChatGPT, Googling a couple of things, reading some parts on Home Depot, I was like, fuck, I've got this. I can do it. I put a plumber out of business. That was me because I don't need him.
Well done. Well done. Congrats.
You know what shocks me the most about that story?
What?
White women will even review themselves. She gave herself a 4 out of 5 on Yelp. She didn't even have an LLC. She got a review on Yelp.
I do have an LLC. I do.
It ain't a plumbing LLC.
Listen, I keep it vague so it can be for various business purposes.
I know that's
the same reason Foolproof Enterprises is Foolproof Enterprises.
I know that's correct.
and it has 3 sub brands underneath it.
So what am I breaking into next? I don't know.
Let me know when you figure out electricity.
Oh,
I'm not good with that
I
one.
burn up the wires in my walls? Okay,
Oh.
I had help with that because I was scared. So I
Electricity
hired
scares me too.
this Guatemalan guy who worked with my old slumlord, and he came to my new place and he was having some trouble and it burnt the wires up the wall. All the electric went out.
Oof.
How
Yep.
long?
Well, it was the weekend and my super doesn't answer until Monday. So it was a fun weekend when I moved in here like 2 years ago.
Oh, so you
So I
just
don't
had to
fuck
stay
with
in the
that.
dark.
Yeah, but I did install a ceiling fan
Good job.
recently.
All right.
Let
All
me
right.
But
find out.
let's be real. That's something hard to do. Like, have you ever tried? It made me think of Survivor, where it's like, okay, you gotta hold this thing above your head for like.
Right.
Do you know how fucking heavy that is? First of all, how many massages do I need by the time I'm done? I'm like, oh no,
What
no.
kind of chandelier ceiling fan did you get?
Well, I did put a chandelier in my bedroom, but this is just like a mini ceiling fan. They're just heavy as fuck. So I'm not built for that because like this is like really hard labor. That's a little too much. And you gotta like keep holding it. There's no way around it. I'm like, maybe you need more people to hold it up. This
That's
is like a
probably
3-person job. That's why you need a throuple for that kind of job.
That's facts. Oh man. All right. Well, I have to go put the kiddo to bed. Anybody got anything else they want to talk through, chat through?
No.
No?
Cliff needs like a thinking song for when he.
We just start the Jeopardy theme.
Right. Yeah, no. No, nothing comes to mind. You made me talk about feminism.
I'm sorry.
You guys didn't talk like that much really about feminism, though.
It was more than I cared to.
Clifford.
You also have to understand, Ashley, that we have literally been in conversations about this for the last 3 days. And
That's
we're
exhausting.
tapped out.
That's exhausting.
And my only point
everyone
was
should be a feminist.
don't whine about it. Opt out or protect yourself.
I guess my whole thing is just why do like there's so much in the world
Right.
to
Is this the hill
drive
you want to
yourself
die on?
right. Like you're not even married.
Just
Like
keep
what are
it
you
moving.
concerned about?
Keep it moving
You don't have
and
a
look
kid
for
and
your
you're not
people.
married. So what is child support and alimony being up on your list so high for?
Right. Facts. That's why I think I get frustrated with those conversations because I'm like, I'm the only motherfucker that's dealt with this.
Listen, they thought you was the smart one.
Right. No doubt.
They thought this nigga was the smart one. Yeah, right.
Right.
Sure. Ask Judge Rollins.
Ashley, you got anything you want to close out on?
Nope. This cat has 9 lives. I've dodged all those bullets. Thank God. Still dodging.
Well done. All right, do us a favor, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. With all that, peace out, fools.